In this Star Wars Jedi Survivor video, we will be taking a look at some very interesting details that I found and literally no one else is talking about. Before we do take a look at those details though, make sure you do subscribe to this channel so you won't miss any future Jedi Survivor news updates or videos on details. So in the artwork that's on the Steelbook included in the collector's edition of the game, there are a couple of things I found very interesting, but like I said, literally no one is talking about, and they are connected to what we see in the gameplay trailer as well as the key artwork for the game. As you can see, there is this really cool art piece that's on the Steelbook included with the collector's edition. This artwork has not been posted anywhere, so you can't find it anywhere but on the Steelbook in this promotional image for the collector's edition. I'm not sure if it's an in-game screenshot or a painting like the key artwork for the game, but either way, it looks fantastic, and it's been done to include things that are important to the game's story. For example, it's a shot of Cal and BD-1 looking over a cliff. We're on the planet that's in the gameplay trailer, and we can see that sort of village, those various buildings. This is where we see Cal fighting with those potential bounty hunter type characters. As I mentioned in a previous video, there is a Trade Federation core ship just off to the side, but just above it is this icon. It's a rounded triangle with lines coming off each point, and it's in some sort of sphere by the looks of it. If I reduce the brightness, it looks more like a sphere that isn't complete, sort of obscured by the clouds maybe. It's really bizarre why this is here. Like, why would this light up shape be in the sky on some sort of shape? Now this is the same shape as found inside the Trade Federation core ship in the gameplay reveal trailer. My first thought of this was, okay, this has got to be important, they'd not just put it there for no reason. And when I was going through the gameplay trailer, I spotted this same logo inside the Trade Federation core ship. It's on one of the walls in red. It's the rounded triangle with the lines coming off the points, but it's also got 3 more thicker lines coming off it. I was searching the internet to see if this was a logo used in canon before, and I could not find anything. So I'm going to assume this is a new faction in the game. It appears to be spray painted, not neatly because it goes over various panels in the wall. This is just a theory on my part. I believe this logo is a new faction, and it's run by those sort of bounty hunter types that we see in the gameplay reveal, and they control the battle droids. That's why they have this Trade Federation core ship. That's how they're still able to operate the B1 units, the commando droids, the B2s. We also know Magna Guards as well. The colour of this logo is also very similar to the same colour scheme that the battle droids do have. Also, the B1 battle droids wield a staff, and the top of it is very similar to the one the bounty hunter uses, because they're part of this new faction, I guess. I would love to hear your theories, so comment them down below. But now let's move on to something even more interesting. So in the key artwork for the game, I noticed this planet or moon that was heavily destroyed. It's got this massive crater in it, it's got a ton of cracks, and there are plenty of pieces coming away from it, but they're not really like asteroids. They are quite polygonal, as you can see. There is quite a few flat triangles rather than traditional rocks. The clouds cover all of the entire sky except for this moon or planet. It was purposely done so we can see it. Now this is on the game's key art. There is a big reason why they did this, because they want us to see it. And if you look on the artwork for the Steelbook, we can see this same planet or moon in the sky. It's in daytime at this point, rather than sunset, so we get a better view, and it's from a different perspective. We can't quite see the crater, but there is a lot of rock coming away from this object. Just look at it. It goes from one side of the Steelbook onto the spine into the other. And once again, they're less like rocks. They are still polygonal. So I have to wonder, what on earth happened? Why is it there? I have seen far too many people say it's Jedi when this game takes place like 10 years before Rogue One, so because this is set before Andor. The only theory I can come up with is if it's not a natural disaster, like an asteroid crashing into it, it's some sort of testing ground for the Empire with the weapon of the Death Star, like similar technology that they're using to use on small moons before they end up ramping up to the test in Rogue One. We are actually able to see this damaged object in the sky of a few shots in this gameplay trailer, so when we're on this planet, this is going to be in the sky every time we look up. I did also spot something else in the gameplay trailer that might be related, maybe it isn't, but I thought I'd mention it anyway, and it's this big structure with a half a sphere at the top, and there are some visual effects coming out of it. Now at first I thought, is this like the core ship? It's been transformed and it can separate the top half. But again, I just don't know. It's really hard to tell. Once again, I'd love to hear your theories on this. Remember, in the timeline, this game is set well before the Death Star has been constructed and things like that, so it can't be that. It's not Ilum either, because Ilum is far more neat and fine in Fallen Order. It's pretty much ready to have that big laser weapon put into it. It's almost ready to be Starkiller based by the looks of it. It is under construction, but it's not basically blown apart. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please do drop a like to help support the channel. And if you did miss any of my previous Jedi Survivor videos, including more details, click on the playlist on screen right now, and I shall see you in my next Jedi Survivor video. Goodbye.